Okay, check this out. On the left we got Chrome, on the right we got Safari. I want to kind of show how Chrome is, and how it has always been for me, slower with CSS animations and painting in general than Safari. The reason I'm not doing a screen capture is because when I use QuickTime to do screen recording, it slows down the rest of the machine. Even though this is a fully souped out iMac, it slows down the rest of the machine to the point where you don't actually get your full FPS, so it would make this demonstration useless. So I'm using my iPhone to record my screen. So anyways, we got a pretty simple page here, not much going on here. On the left, Chrome. I'll go ahead and drag, and you can see there's some like lagginess. It's like running at like, I don't know, 30, 40 FPS probably. Then we look at Safari, and it's like way butter smooth. Look at that. Insanely different. Just dragging the screen around. Look at that chop on Chrome. I got no other tabs open, nothing. The only window open in Chrome is the one you see. Just intensely different right here, just by dragging a window around, okay? So Safari is like twice as fast, just dragging a freaking window around. And that has to do with all the painting that's happening on the inside here. So I do have a few things here. Let's try to see if Chrome can be as fast as Safari, and let's help it out. And we'll remove some of this stuff. So I have this gradient. You can't really see it on the iPhone, but it goes from light gray to white at the bottom. So I'll go ahead and remove that gradient. It's very hard to do while looking at my phone. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the gradient. Boom, boom. And now it's a white page, okay? So now it doesn't have to draw a gradient. And then it also has this background image, which is there. There's a little pattern. And that thing is set to be, cover. So there's a good amount of rendering that happens every time you move the window. Okay, so now it's just a plain color in the background, and there's no gradient. And we're going to move it, and you still see that choppage. This thing is rendering a gradient, painting the image every time. It's butter smooth, and that is just literally just dragging the window around. Okay, so Chrome already falling on its face, just trying to freaking render a page that's got really nothing going on. Removing the drop shadow on this little box doesn't help either. Anyways, so let's go ahead and pull out my little iframe. Okay, super cool little iframe. It's, you know, it's decently fast, but it's running at around 30 to 32 frames a second, and this thing right here, the only properties I'm animating are transform, and that's it. There is a background, as you can see here, that kind of dims and fades out. That's a separate element, and that the only thing animating there is opacity. Taking advantage of GPU rendering, all that jazz with that, okay? Over in Safari, oh my gosh. We're running at like 60 to 100 frames a second with this same page, same animation. All I'm doing is changing a class that then, you know, sets this thing to transform out over here. That's it. There's really only two properties being animated here. This thing, transform, and the opacity for the separate element. That's all that's happening. Not a lot going on. And this thing's, Safari is running at 60 to 100. Chrome running at like 30. My suspicion is it's the text in here. Text everywhere with Chrome. Chrome is a terribly slow text rendering engine. They changed it maybe 6 months, I don't know, 8 months back. I don't remember how long it's been. Just I had to redo all my CSS throughout all my apps to basically not do as many fancy things because Chrome suddenly got way slower. And anyways, this video, the point of it is just to show that Chrome's super annoying a lot of the times because it's super close to Safari, but gosh dang it, when it comes to animations, they're just not fast. Anyways, I'd love to see your experience with Chrome, whether it be different than mine or the same. Later.